What's up, PlayStation Nation? This is the Allworld-Gamer, and today I'm bringing you a build guide for the best weapon in Warframe, the Soma. Now, even though the Soma's been around for a while, PlayStation is still getting a lot of new players to the game. So I get a lot of questions asked, what's the best loadout for this weapon? What elemental should I be using? And how many Forma do I need to add to this weapon? So you might say, why not just point them to the wiki, or maybe one of the current YouTubes? But the fact of the matter is, even when PlayStation does get its updates, it's still behind the PC, so it makes it hard to determine what the relevant information is. So even when PlayStation updated to 11.5, we actually got 11.5.8, which included a number of extra hotfixes that weren't necessarily listed in the 11.5 patch notes. So what I'm hoping to do is filter out the irrelevant information and point out the things that are important. Now, on to the Soma. Now, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail on this weapon except to say that it has a really low base damage at 10, yet it has a high crit chance of 30% and a high crit damage multiplier of 300%. And that's important to know because this weapon lives off its crit and crit damage. Now, in order to get the max damage out of your Soma, you need to add a catalyst and about 3 to 4 Forma. The reason I say 3 to 4 Forma is really dependent on how comfortable you are with your heavy caliber. If you want to take it all the way to the top and do max damage, then you're going to need that 4th Forma. However, if you're uncomfortable with that amount of accuracy loss and want to go about halfway or so, 3 Forma will probably get the job done for you. I myself like to keep this around the halfway point so that I can still land headshots. Now let's start with Serration. If you can, take this all the way to the top. Really get as much damage as possible. With your heavy caliber, again, as high as you're comfortable with. If you don't have a split chamber, hammer shot is a good alternative, and like I said before, the Soma's damage is centered around its crit strike and crit damage. Adding a matched point strike is really going to boost that damage for you. That, and complemented by a Vital Sense, that's going to increase your critical damage multiplier to 660%. Add a Bane of Grineer for 30% more damage against all Grineer, and for the elemental combo, combine Infected Clip and Cryo rounds to give you 75% more damage against all cloned flesh. If you want, you could trade the cryo rounds for a Hellfire to give you radiation damage, which I'm going to cover in more detail in a later video. For Corpus, add a Bane of Corpus, and for an elemental combo, combine Stormbringer with cryo rounds for magnetic damage. And for the Infested, if you've got a Shred mod, use that instead of the Bane. This is because the Infested attack in large groups, and the Shred mod is going to allow you to hit more than one target per bullet, thus increasing your overall damage. For the elemental combo, I recommend combining Infected Clip and Stormbringer to give you corrosive damage. And this is because corrosive deals 75% extra damage against ancients, which are going to be some of the harder targets to take down in those higher levels. Well, this is it for my Soma guide. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'll be back with more Warframe.